Hey YouTube, how's it going? Buster here, Ayrshire Adventure Biker. So this is just a test of my mic. I was having trouble with my mic and I think it was clipping. So what I've done is I've moved the mic down to near off my chin. It's now got a pop shield on it, and it's got the dead rat, as my brother calls it. So I'm all out for a wee hour. I'm not going too mental today, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully this I was thinking, I've tried this video, this is the 4th time trying to do this video. I've not got the Hero 11 on because it's just a test of this rather than a test of it. I know that works, so I've only just put a round trip on Kalimoto for an hour. I've only brought one battery with me, which is on in the camera. So if the battery runs out, the battery runs out. So I'm hoping with moving the new mic to near off at my chin rather than right in front of my mouth, it's going to stop the clipping, because I think maybe that might be it. As you can see, it's a lovely damp morning in East Ayrshire. I've not got my full gear on either, I've only got my Kevlar jacket on. I've got my boots obviously on. I can't ride without my boots. These people that ride with trainers on, I just can't do it. I've got my boots on, I've got my Adventure RST Adventure. I think they're not even Adventure X, I think they're just Adventure trousers. I think they're just Adventure ones. As I just said before, RST did 2 versions. They do 2 versions of the Adventure suit. They do the Adventure and the Adventure X. I've either got the older Adventure X trousers or just the Adventure trousers. There's slight differences in them, not much though. So yeah, I stuck a video up during the week about having a new mic in my helmet, which is the Sony, can't even remember the name of it. It's basically a proper stereo mic, because one of my subscribers had mentioned the fact that I wasn't recording in stereo, I was only getting mono. I did buy another mic exactly the same as the one that I had, except stereo, because I realised that the one that I did have was mono, but it didn't work. And I don't know if it was down to the mic itself or it was down to the mic adapter. So I bought a media mod, and it does record in stereo, but as I said, I was getting the clipping, and I think maybe it was because it was right next to my mouth rather than being slightly away from me, because it's designed to pick up. It's quite a sensitive mic. So I bought a wee shield for it. I've got the pop shield on it. I've got the dead rat or the wind sock on it, and I've moved it down to my chin now rather than right in front of my mouth. So let's see if that, hopefully that works. I know the way you can test the mics is to go out and use it. So I have been sort of riding with my visor down. And when I get up to here, I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to put my visor up just to see what the difference is. So the other thing I was discussing on that video that I put up on YouTube, and I was trying to do on the 4 attempts prior to this one, was I'm now using my TFT screen. What I've had to do with that is because I've updated my phone, so I've got an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I updated that because I wanted the 1 terabyte for doing the editing of the videos. While I was on the kind of fly, I don't have to use a laptop or anything, I could just use my phone. So I updated to that, but then I've recently found out that the 15 doesn't work well with the CarPlay and the TFT. So when I updated my phone to the iPhone 15, I had the 14 Pro Max and I gave that to my son, and I know the 14 Pro Max does work because I've had it working before, because I had that's the phone I had to Luxembourg, but I couldn't really take the phone back off my son because I don't think he'd be too happy. But his phone prior to that was my old iPhone 12, so I've now got that in the tank bag, and it's tethered to my 15 for the internet. That's why you don't see any wee signals, you just see the wee links. And that's what's given me, that's what's linked through my Apple CarPlay, and it works fine. So if anybody out there's got a 2022 Africa Twin, I don't know if it's 2024, will be the same. I know 2023 is exactly the same bike, so I don't imagine that would be the same. So if you've got a 2022, 2023, your iPhone 15 won't work. It does, you can get it to work, and it works like for half an hour, but the minute you do anything like flick between your modes, and it just cuts off and it doesn't work anymore. Because I did have it working when I was in Budapest for like half an hour, and it worked, and then it shut off. Then it comes up saying that your phone's not connected. So I don't see it being a software issue, I see it being a hardware issue. Just for the fact that I think it might be something to do with the USB-C. But works fine, works amazing with the iPhone 12. I've not done it today, but I will be still taking my Ultimate add-ons and probably have my phone there as a backup, due to the fact that it could be it would lose a signal from my phone, or that it loses the link to my phone. Just in case that happens, I will, when I'm doing runs and stuff, I will still be using the Ultimate add-ons. But the other thing is, I'm not thinking about buying another bike. And the other bike I'm thinking about buying doesn't have a TFT screen, so I will still be using the Ultimate add-ons on another bike. So that might be the case that I either buy another mount, keep this mount on this bike, and buy another mount for my new bike, and then I'll still use Ultimate add-ons for my other bike, and then it's a backup on this, just in case that issue happens again, where it stops working through the Apple CarPlay. You don't know. it's better having backups. So another thing I was talking about when I tried to do this video prior was I've now stopped using my route app. So when my brother introduced me to the my route app, oh, I'm using the wrong one. I've just turned my music up. I've now got music playing. Then I want music playing. Try to get my heated grips on. Yeah, so my brother introduced me to the my route app when I was just about to go to Luxembourg last year, and I kind of used it in Luxembourg, and then while we were away on the trip, I downloaded my TomTom Go app for the bike, and I realistically used that all the time, and I used that right up to they stopped, it stopped working. So I barely used the my route app, and I was paying for it every month. I didn't do it, my brother did. Thank God I didn't do it, my brother did. He paid for it for the full year, or he's got lifetime membership. So I'm just glad I didn't pay for the lifetime membership. So I'm just turning that down. So yeah, so I was paying for that, wasn't really using it. When I came back from Luxembourg, I was using the TomTom Go app all the time. If I'm going a direct route, I don't want to do any back roads or anything like that, I'll just use Google Maps. But if I was doing runs like this, an hour, just to get out, then I would use the TomTom Go app. So my route app did do a navigation bit, which is like a separate subscription. So my route app, you can make up routes, points of destination, stuff like that. Make up your routes, which is fine. But then you can also transfer it onto the navigator part of it, and then use it to navigate. But I found it a total pain in the arse, to be fair, doing that. The map looked weird. It was just a mission and a half just to get a route. Whereas the TomTom Go app, all you did was click onto round trip, how many miles you want to do, and hit navigate, and it would do it for you. Wasn't so good on the making up routes, but I didn't really use that anyway. So me being me, I didn't want to be the same as everybody else, hence why I use everybody else uses like Dunlops and stuff like that for 50/50 tyres. I use Mitas because I want to be different, and I like the tyres. So I kind of held off, and then I ended up downloading the Calimoto app, and I used that on one of the first videos I tried to test this mic out with. And I used the my route app on the way out, so it was a 2-hour run. First hour I used the my route app, and the second hour I used the Calimoto, and the Calimoto's moto is far better. It's a far better app, a lot easier to use, very similar to the TomTom Go, where you just want to do a round trip, you pick how many miles, what direction you want to go, and hit calculate, and off you go. But it also does what my route app does, where you can actually plan a route, which is good as well. So I ended up just cancelling my route app and then going with so I'm now a Calimoto user, and I never used any of I paid full price for it. I didn't use any of the discount codes or anything like that for Teapot 1 or anything. I just paid for the full thing. I don't like taking discounts on things. that's me, Kalimoto, through TFT screen, all works now. I've got the mic sorted, thanks to a subscriber letting me know that I was only recording in mono. And then what's the other thing I was going to talk about? Yeah. Is that the mono thing sorted? That's checked off the list. Using my TFT screen, checked off the list. Yeah, that's the other thing. So I was talking about the reason why I didn't use my TFT screen is because I didn't want to have the whole having to switch off your sat nav to go into your modes, to change your modes, to go back onto your app. I wanted to basically just do it in one flow and motion, because I've done it before when we've been away in Luxembourg and we were away at my radio switched his cell phone there. Yes, I used it in Budapest, changing, like going along. We're going along and my brother's sat-nav took us down an unpaved road, and I've had to quickly switch from tour mode, which I'm in all the time normally, to gravel mode or off-road mode. My brother had to stop and do it, which I don't even think he did. I think he just went for it, which I thought was, I think it was a bad idea. But you don't want your ABS kicking in when you're hitting brakes when you're on gravel. But yeah, so I wanted to be able to have that function. And I happened to mention, I think it was on either one of the Facebook forums or groups, or it was on my YouTube channel, I can't remember, and whoever told me, I do apologise, I should have looked this up. I happened to mention this, and one of the subscribers or one of the guys in the group or whatever it is, he said, you don't know you can do it with one flick of a button. And I went, can you? And he told me how to do it. So I'm in my sat-nav mode, and I've decided, oh, we've come a bit of road that I want to change. All I do is do that, and it flicks it onto my modes, and I can select my mode, flick it back, and that's it. So that subscriber or member of the group or whoever it was, thank you very much for letting me know, that was well appreciated. And then obviously him telling me that has spurred me on to start using my TFT screen a bit more, because it is a bit better when you're doing tours, especially if you don't know the road. Rather than trying to look there for your sat nav, you're looking right there. Still gives you your miles an hour, what gear in and many miles you've done. So it's good. The only thing that I've always said about this bike that you should be able to do, I don't know if the new one's like this, but on this screen here, so you can still get your TFT screen, you've still got all your major modes, but on this screen what they should do is put in what modes you're in, like tour mode or gravel or off-road or user mode 1, user mode 2, and allow you to flick between the modes, not change them, not change your settings, but just flick between the modes while you're still using your TFT screen. I think that would be a good feature. And then the other thing that everybody brings up, that none of the controls, none of the hand controls are backlit. But to be fair, I think the ones that should be backlit is your horn and your hazard lights, that's it. You should roughly know exactly where everything is anyway without looking. That's my opinion. I was going to say, that's the road I want, but it's not the road I want, it's the next one. People look at you funny. One, it's because it's raining and you're out on a bike, and two, you've got a friggin' you've got a camera attached to your lid. Go, you fucking tool. Fucking honest to God, man, you're looking like a fucking old cunt. I need to delete that out. Oh, yeah, so I've got a new bike. I'm going to buy a new bike soon. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. It's mainly because I want to get some work done to this bike. When I get the work done to this, I want to do it all at the one time. So the bike's going to be off the road probably for a while. But I don't want to no ride a bike. So yeah, I'm going to get a new bike. It's not a new bike, it's a new to me bike. But it's something a bit different as well. I was thinking about it, I've been thinking about it for a wee while. Oh, it's this one, is it? Fuck. Next one. I've been thinking about it for a wee while. I've been getting another bike. I have been kind of flinging some options out there. Oh, looking at different bikes. Do I get another adventure bike? Do I get... I can't be a sports bike. I can't ride sports bikes anymore. So I can't, even my mate has got an older ZX6 and it's not totally over the tank, but it's still quite over the tank, and I can't even ride that. So even the older, because that was one of my options. Was I was thinking of like an older CBR, like maybe the Urban Tiger or something, because obviously it's a Honda. Well, you're gonna know what make it is. It's a Honda, but I don't want to tell you what it is till I get it and I've got it and I've. But yeah, so I was talking the fact that a sports bike. Got a wee letting my mate sport. A wee shot my mate's sports bike. Certainly can't ride a sports bike anymore. Not for a long period of time anyway. People just need to get a grip. This was the same the last time I came up this road. People just driving like this road like a fucking tool, man. Yeah, so sports bikes I kind of thought about, and then I went, oh, nah. Had a shot at my mate's bike. Definitely can't ride that for a long period of time. So I couldn't go and do runs on it or anything like that. Or so I had to, it was going to have to be something that I can ride for a length of time. So as if it's replacing the Africa Twin, but I'm going to have to do kind of longer runs on it and stuff. Sitting for a couple of hours, maybe going up north or something like that. So then I was thinking another adventure bike that I thought there's pretty much no point. So before I finish up this video, from now until the end of June, the Budapest bus videos go up every Sunday at 5 o'clock. From now until the end of June, I think it's the end of June. So that'll keep the channel going, just in case, obviously, weather permitting, for me to get out my bike to do videos. If anything else interesting happens, I'll obviously keep you abreast to the situation. But until then, keep rubber side down. Please like, subscribe and share. And remember, take life one mile at a time.